Well, hello there. I'm Brian Zimmerman, aka Zim Zam Puppet Man, and I'm here coming to you from Pubbets.net. Now, if you're looking at this, it probably means you bought a Pubbet and you want to know how to use it. And that's what this series is about. This series is called Pubbet Magic 101, Puppetry for Absolute Beginners. So if you're an absolute beginner, you're in the right place. I've been working with puppets for almost 50 years. It's a long time. I love puppets and I love puppets. I've been working with this company for a long time and I love what they do. Now, throughout the years as I've trained people to use puppets, they've asked me the question, what is a puppet? What's the definition of a puppet? My definition of a puppet is that a puppet, and there are many different kinds, a puppet is any inanimate object given the illusion of life. So when you take an inanimate object like this and you make it look like it's alive, you have mastered the skill of puppetry. Now in this series we're going to talk about many things that you need to take away and practice. That's going to be the key. I can't make you a good puppeteer, but I can give you the tools to do it. So that's what we hope to achieve, and I hope you enjoy. So lesson 1 today is going to be puppet posture. Now when you're using a puppet and giving it the illusion of life, it's very important to make that puppet have his own space, his own reality. The way you want to achieve that is, well, by doing several things. One is by keeping him straight, giving him a backbone, giving him a spine, giving him his own posture. If you're working up close with kids and you're going to be one-on-one with your puppet like this, you're going to want to keep him close to you, keep the head level about the same as yours, so you can look at him, he can look at you, and you can interact. You see what I'm saying? So that's one important thing. The other thing is always keep him nice and straight. You don't want him leaning out, you don't want him flapping over to the side. You want him to look like he's got good posture all on his own. Now, if you're working on a stage puppet show, that's a little bit different, because if you have a stage and your puppet is behind a stage, there's some things you need to think about. One is what I call sinking. Now, when you get tired, your puppet's going to want to sink, and you're going to want to lay the puppet on the stage. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you keep your puppet nice and high as it needs to be based on who it's interacting with, the other characters in the show, the audience, all of those things. Another thing is floating. You do not want your puppet to be floating. So if you're working on a puppet stage, you don't want your puppet too high. You certainly don't want people to see your arm. So these are things that you need to think about as you're performing. And they need to be in your mind all the time so that your puppet has good posture and he's able to interact with his audience and he's able to interact with you. So puppet posture is very important. So to recap, we want our puppet to have good posture. We want its backbone, its spine to be nice and straight. We don't want it leaning. We don't want it flapping backwards. You don't want him looking up in the air. You see, that's another posture issue. Because your hand gets tired, you start to straighten it out. You want him to be looking at his audience and have good posture with his body all the time. You don't want him to sink on the stage. You don't want him to float. You don't want him to be too high. You have to really be aware and think a lot about where your puppet is, how it's interacting with other people, and how your performance can be the best it can be. So that is puppet posture and giving your puppet his own space.